You like that intro? I made it myself. No big deal or anything. So today I want to do something a little bit different than what I normally do, and I actually want to do a vlog-style video review of The Imitation Game. I apologize if the audio is a little bit weird. I'm currently waiting on a new microphone at the moment, but I couldn't wait. I had to make this video. I actually just got back from the theater about 2 hours ago, and I just can't stop thinking about this film, and I really wanted to get a chance to externalize my thoughts because a lot of people I know here haven't seen it yet, and I thought this would be the best way so that I can express my opinions and maybe I can hear some of yours. But I'm getting ahead of myself here. The Imitation Game stars Benedict Cumberbatch and Keira Knightley and takes place in the 30s and 40s in World War II England. The entire movie revolves around this thing called the Enigma Code. Never heard of the Enigma Code? That's alright. I didn't either. Basically, in World War II, Nazi Germany used radio for its army and military to communicate, like pretty much every other major country in the world, but it used this Enigma Code to encrypt the messages and make it practically impossible for the Allies, or any country for that matter, to decipher what they were saying. This was a huge helping factor for Germany in World War II because it allowed for them to communicate with each other and plan attacks without the enemy having any idea what was happening, and made it easier for them to make surprise attacks and whatnot. This is where Benedict Cumberbatch's character, Alan Turing, comes in. He's a mathematician that the English government hires to find a way to crack the Enigma Code. Because if you crack the Enigma Code, you have basically unlimited access to the enemy's transmissions, and they have no idea, making it easier for allies to predict unexpected attacks and ultimately win the war. However, Alan Turing is basically this genius prodigy. He somewhat reminded me of Sheldon Cooper, but not in a really fake, dry, humorous way, but more in like a total prodigy who can't really understand sarcasm way, who has difficulty working with others, seeing other points of view, and making human connections with people, which makes it difficult for him when he gets put into this group of other mathematicians who he just doesn't see eye to eye with, who he has to work with to ultimately complete this mission. He has this very logical point of view and doesn't really understand human emotion and connection because of his upbringing, and they can't understand why he's being such a dick and why he can't work with them so well and why he's so isolated. So Alan Turing gets this idea for a machine that can essentially solve the problem every single time, even when it changes, every time accurately and completely on its own. Basically a mechanical brain, or computer. That's right, this is basically the story of the invention of the computer. This is just the gist of it, but it's so much more deep than that. My overview can't even do it justice, which is why I like this movie so much. I actually went to the theater with a group of friends who wanted to go see Into the Woods, and I didn't actually really want to see that movie, so I went to The Imitation Game because I kind of settled for it. I didn't think, I thought it was, the best that I could get. There really wasn't a lot of good movies out, but I have never been so happy to make a decision like that in my life. Long story short, this movie is incredible. The acting was phenomenal, the filmmaking was great, and I sat on the edge of my seat the entire time as I felt the stress that the characters felt themselves as they worked against the clock to crack this code and ultimately be the deciding factor on who will win the war. There's secrecy, there's mathematics, there's science, there's espionage. It's got something for everybody. It isn't this super action-filled, CG-packed, thrilling joyride that, you might expect from other World War II films, but the psychological, thrilling nature of the movie just keeps you enthralled. You are gonna have to think in this movie. Don't get me wrong, it's not something that you can just shut your brain off for. This is definitely an Inception, Interstellar-esque journey that you really have to immerse yourself in to fully understand it. And that's what I love when films do. I love it when I can walk out of a theater and just feel changed by a movie. And that's what The Imitation Game did. You see this journey of this character as he's endowed with this incredible responsibility that he can't even fully understand, but he knows he has to do. You get to see the clash that he has with other people, and you feel like you're in the 40s. I've been talking to someone recently, actually, about how I wanted a new age World War II film. I wanted something that I could sit and watch and just feel immersed and feel what it must have been like to be in that era. And that's what this film did for me. It was smart, it was intellectual, it was intense, and it was everything that you could ask for in a cognitively intelligent film. And I can't praise it enough. I've seen a lot of films this year, and I can honestly say that this has to be in the running for Best Picture, and I hope it wins, because it is just a beautiful, beautiful work of art. If I had to pick something that I had to gripe about in this movie, I guess maybe it would be the special effects, but in a movie like this, special effects don't really matter that much. I mean, it was kind of necessary because it was World War II and it helped for you to know what was going on in the broader scheme of things. And the CG was a little lackluster, but it was also by a production company that's a little bit smaller, at least from what I noticed, so I guess it's okay, but, you know, I guess the animation could have been better, but still, that is a huge drop in the bucket compared to, you know, all the good things about this movie. And it's a true story. Alan Turing was a real guy, and he did something that few people could ever even imagine. Not only did he invent the computer, the object that practically makes our world go round nowadays, but he also was a deciding factor in one of the biggest and most incredibly gruesome and awfully terrifying wars that our planet has ever faced. He's a hero, and this movie did such a great job at encapsulating the just incredible things that he did for humanity and for the world, and, you know, he didn't really get that much recognition for. I'll give it 5 out of 5 stars, whatever, you know, best rating I can possibly give it. It is definitely a must-see. I'm gonna buy it as soon as it comes out. I can't recommend this movie enough. Long story short, amazing movie, incredibly acted. Benedict Cumberbatch is a boss. It renewed my faith in Keira Knightley. Awesome World War II depiction of a true story. If you can see anything in theaters right now, go see The Imitation Game. So thank you for watching my review. If you enjoyed it, then let me know in the comments down below if I should do more things like this. I see movies a lot, as you can probably tell, and I would really like to do more things like this. It was really fun to just kind of do things kind of ad-libbed and off script. And if you yourself have seen The Imitation Game, please, please, please go down in the comments and let me know what you thought about it and your opinions on it. I would really like to have a conversation because I can't stop thinking about it. And I've said that so many times, but I can't. It's like a game. Anyway, like and subscribe if you want to. If you don't, that's okay. Thank you for watching my video, and I will see you next time.